Hey, it's Dr. Bob Flower, and today is Wednesday, June 29th, coming to the end of our new cycle, our last cycle, and this is the Master Pattern Report. Okay, so it looks like our prediction, our May prediction, was a month late. Certainly, the crap hit the wall this past week. But I think we're going to be pulling out of this for now anyway, for a while. And our silver is looking good, and we continue to hold and be positive with that. Oil took a drop, and we're still in our positive position there, and we intend to stay focused on an up move in oil. The market, we think, will rebound. In fact, we're looking for the Nasdaq, the QQQ, to bounce back up to somewhere around that 49.27 level, somewhere in there. This one looks like if the Nasdaq does not penetrate the 5,000 level before the end of the summer, then that September surprise that we had mentioned at the beginning of the year will have a basis for a pattern basis anyway, for a sharp downturn, and that's what we're looking for. Now, relative to silver, two things I want to say. Gold is reacting much better than silver, but I think the lag in silver is going to catch up with itself. All right, so you can still hang in there. If you're looking for more immediate results, switch over to gold. But the silver, when it goes, it's going to go almost incrementally. So I just want to mention that for now. And the other thing with silver, now that you got the euro kind of almost on the ropes, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. If the dollar weakens, that will be the notion that we've been looking for. I think we've mentioned this a couple of times in the past year, that the move in the precious metals and commodities and whatnot is going to occur in full tilt when the dollar and items such as oil are in retreat. When that happens, then you will definitely see a heavy movement in the commodities. Now, yes, oil is a commodity, but it certainly separates itself because it has intrinsic value as well as economic value. So oil may go. We're looking at 60 in the 60s. And it may withdraw back down to maybe the 50s by the end of the year or something like that. But that's enough to cause issues and cause great economic forbearance. So watch for that. Watch for the dollar to weaken here significantly, and other currencies to weaken along with it. Right, that's the key. Now we're starting to see. Now the pound certainly dropped off here. The euro had a little bit of a move down. The dollar had moved kind of in unison, but it's still holding itself there. I think the dollar is to the euro is 110 to 1. So nothing has happened there yet. But keep an eye on that, because as all of those currencies start to weaken, and you see oil kind of flat, then we're going to see some major moves in the precious metals. Okay. All right. We're expecting a move in the S&P this Friday, July 1st, and we're looking at another major move with silver on the 6th, July 6th. That's next week. I believe that's next Wednesday. All right, let's talk a little bit about Brexit and what's going on there, and how how we're involved with this and what this is going to mean. This is this is a move of independence, nationalism, and this, I believe, as you look around the world, is a worldwide phenomena that's occurring. You could see it occurring to a large degree in the United States, and I think we're going to see that continue. That's not going to drop off, and that seems to be one of the qualitative issues for Trump winning the election. That he's right on target with this, and the move with the euro. I'm sorry, with the pound and the UK is indicating that. Further, there is a great deal of conversation from other countries about leaving the euro common market. Italy, Spain, Portugal, Norway, and I don't remember. I don't remember the other one, but those are the moves that are being discussed at this time. Of course, Ireland and Scotland. Scotland's thinking about another vote separating from the UK. So that all goes towards this nationalism. It also goes towards trade wars. You're going to see back in the old days. Remember when the lira was 3,000 and the French pound was 1,200 or 1,500 or something like that. You're going to see a lot of that currency manipulation and the fight for tourism and goods coming up within this. If the euro market starts to fall apart, or if enough of countries back off, that's definitely that's definitely a consensus move towards the trade wars and currency manipulation. All right. It's also the whole Brexit move is a sign that people have disavowed the status quo, and they don't like this one world economy and rule. I mean, consider this if you want to know what this is like. One of the rules out of the Common Market headquarters in Brussels was that countries cannot change the curvature of bananas. Now, I mean, if you want to talk about being nitpicking and ridiculous in regulation and oversight and control of people and their everyday lives, there's a classic example, and that's only one of the many stupid concepts that have been put forth. Not concepts, actually, they're rules and laws put forth by the common market. So when we get to the point where we're disgusted with things like political correctness, some of the stuff that's coming out is, I mean, it's laughable. Who's going to pay attention to this? I mean, only morons are going to pay attention. And the reason I say that is very valid in natural intelligence thinking. You don't give away your power. I don't care how poor you are. I don't care how weak you are. You don't give away your power. All right? That is certainly not the way to peace, happiness, and success. Right? And the more you give away, the less your chances of success and happiness and satisfaction and a fruitful life are. Right? That I know. That's a fact. Okay? So this whole notion of political correctness and status quo and controls and whatnot, it's falling apart, and rightfully so. Hopefully, it will make people work harder, take on more responsibility, but the rewards will certainly be greater. Okay, now listen. I wish you have a very happy, safe 4th of July. Be careful in the water. Be careful with the fireworks. Be careful with everything. All right? Watch out. Don't eat too many hamburgers and hot dogs. And have a great one. We'll see you next week.